Welcome to Trouble with Tish. I'm Tish and I be Trouble. And if you're a returner, welcome back.
Troubles on the mind, hands around your throat, out in open waters trying to stay afloat. Remember to forget.
Alright, this is the first installment of the Wear Test Wednesday Samplefest. So for today's sample we have Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydro Glow Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. It is a mouthful. I have my sample from Sephora. I have mine in the shade 1N14. It comes in 38 shades. It retails for $47 for 1 ounce. Let's see what they have to say about it. An 86% skincare based foundation with medium coverage and a naturally luminous finish that hydrates, smooths, and visibly plumps and brightens skin. Medium coverage, natural and radiant finish, liquid formulation. Highlighted ingredients. Hydra Skin Booster Complex mimics the hydrating effect of a sheet mask. Well, let's hope so, because I could use it. Free of parabens, formaldehydes, formaldehyde-releasing agents, phthalates, mineral oil, retinol palmitate, oxybenzone, coal tar, hydroquinone, sulfates SLS and SLES, tricloban, triclosan, and contains less than 1% of synthetic fragrance. This skin-boosting formula is inspired by skincare sheet masks and delivers 24-hour hydration. It is ideal for dry, mature, and sensitive skin, also visibly improves skin's texture and radiance in as little as 4 weeks of use. The feather-light texture melts into skin and is buildable for added coverage. Clinical results. In a consumer perception study of 32 subjects, 97% showed smoother skin, 94% showed brighter skin, 94% showed more radiant skin. I don't know who those 32 people were, but if you're going to do a clinical study, you should probably use more than 32 people. Just a thought. Maybe 100 or more. It's not that hard to find people who want to test out your makeup for free. I mean, hello, this is what we're doing today. We're testing out makeup for free. Alright, for this side of my face, I have a UBC Dampened Beauty Sponge. And for this side of my face, I have the Refer BO2 brush. Looks like it'll probably be an alright shade match. Alright, let's see how we fare with the sponge side. Alright, they said sheet mask. I was expecting a little more ceramy. Wasn't expecting quite this much coverage. But we're not going to argue with it because, I mean, it looks good to me. So let us see how we fare with the brush side. Alright, I do prefer the finish of the brush side better, or the sponge side better. So we're going to tap it out with the sponge. gotta say, from conversational distance, this is looking amazeballs. So let me snap close my little sample here. All right, I inspected under the microscope of the 10x mirror, and it is looking really good. But let me zoom you in, and then you can see what I see. All right. We're looking very good. It is not crawling into anywhere that it's not supposed to be. It is looking very good on my skin. It's just settled right in, like it owns the place. Like it's one with the couch at this point. So I'm going to apply the rest of my face, and then I will be back to let you know how it applied. All right, let's go through the makeup really quickly. This is mostly from my project pan. For my eye primer, I used the MAC Paint Pot in a soft ochre. For my powder, I used the Kosas Cloud Set in Feathery. I'm getting a pretty good dip in that. All right, for my bronzer, I used the Fenty Match Stick in Suede. For my blush, I used the ABH Stick Blush in Pink Dahlia. For my highlighter, I used the Lethal Cosmetics in Isotope, which I also got from Janet. For my brows, I used the AOA Studio Slim Brow in Darkest Brown. Eyeliner is Avon True Color Glimmer Stick in Blackest Night. Mascara is Wander Beauty Mile High Club. Lip liner is Beauty For Real Define Lip Liner in Neutral Deep. Lippy is The Balm Meet Matte Hues in Charming. Setting spray is Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. If you would like to see how I got this eye look, it will be on a No Pan Left Behind. Go ahead and look that up. All right, so my makeup has applied beautifully. I don't have any complaints. It's still looking amazing. So let's keep our fingers crossed, because I gotta go in and take my niece to the doctor today, so I don't want to be showing up with a whole bunch of wackiness. All right, I will be back later with a daylight check-in, and then I will be back later on tonight to let you know how it has worn for the rest of the day. All right, so this is my shade match check-in, and not an amazing shade match. However, could be worse. Thinking it looks, I swear, cats, they're just getting on my nerves with this whole shedding all over me thing. It's like, how rude. But I have marks right here from my sunglasses. I'm going to have marks from my sunglasses. It's just not gonna, it's not gonna, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? My glasses are always gonna make marks on my face. I don't think there is a foundation out there that's going to stand up to my sunglasses. Anyways, the finish is looking great still. I'm not really missing any coverage anywhere, so we're doing good so far. But anyways, I have to pick up my niece early today because I have to take her to the audiologist. She came back from her mom's house with a broken hearing aid, and as I was pulling out, FedEx, yes, FedEx, delivers me this package from Debbie. I'm like, huh, pretty sure she didn't do that. So hopefully everything inside is okay. I can't quite open it yet, but I'm excited to open it. So look forward to friend mail on my channel. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and grab her real quick grab Nova real quick so that I can get her to her appointment on time, and hopefully they will just be able to give her fix her hearing aid instead of having to have her be without her hearing aids for 6 weeks. That will suck. So wish me luck. Alright, it has been a long day. We are looking at 10:34. That makes this 13 hours of wear time. I have looked in the 10X. There's crusting right here. It's like it's clinging to dry spots and like caking up. And it's caked up around my nose. I mean, I've lost coverage around my mouth, but that's to be expected. Lost coverage on my nose. Here, let me zoom you in and you can see what I'm looking at. Alright. It has clung to dryness in between my eyes. It's bunched up around my nostrils. I'm starting to break out around my mouth. And it's just kind of degraded, not very gracefully. On the bright side, it's going to save me money, because I'm not going to buy this for sure. It's kind of been a little bit tight, a little bit itchy all day. And it shouldn't be, because it's supposed to be like wearing a face mask. I'm going to have to say no. This one's not for me. So I hope that helps. And for you, I will be right back with tomorrow's wear test. Alright, we have our second installment of the Samplefest for Wear Test Wednesday. Today we have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium Coverage Liquid Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. I have mine in the shade 3 Neutral. There are 30 shades according to Sephora. It retails for $49 for 1 ounce or 30 mils. So Sephora has this to say about it. What is it? A 16-hour natural glow foundation with buildable medium coverage to hydrate, smooth, blur pores, and brighten skin. Medium coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation. Highlighted ingredients. Hyaluronic acid hydrates and revitalizes skin's outer visible layers. Rose complex reduces visible signs of fatigue for brighter, smoother looking skin. Bix active visibly reduces shine and blurs the look of pores. Free of parabens, formaldehydes, formaldehyde releasing agents, phthalates, mineral oil, retinol palmitate, oxybenzone, coal tar, hydroquinone, sulfates SLS and SLES, triclocarbon, triclosan, and contains less than 1% synthetic fragrance. It is also vegan and cruelty-free. Charlotte Tilbury developed this skincare-infused foundation to improve the look of skin with each application. The lightweight, long-wearing formula helps prevent pollutant particles from penetrating the skin, strengthening its barrier and improving skin quality over time. In a daily test held over 4 weeks, 312 people reported 181% increase in visible plumpness and smoothness, 166% increase in hydration, and 285% increase in radiance. We got some big old claims. So we're going to put this on my face. For this side, I have a dampened Araceli beauty sponge, and for this side we have a Refer BO2 brush. Alright, let's check out how we fare with the sponge side. A lot of red spots over here. All right, I feel like we're getting light coverage with the beauty sponge. I don't really mind it. It looks pretty. So let's find out how we fare with the brush side. Right off, we have a lot more coverage with the brush side, but that's usually the case. All right, I like the finish better with the sponge, so we're going to kind of press it into our skin with the sponge. All right, I did not prime today because, well, I forgot. It is what it is. So there is that. Conversational distance, it is looking very, very pretty. But, you know, we can't just go with conversational distance. We gotta look real close, real personal. I mean, like real close. 10x, you cannot hide anything. So, let me check that real quick. All right, after close inspection, it is clinging to a bit of dryness on my upper lip here, close to my lip. Otherwise, it's looking pretty decent. So let me zoom you in and you can see what I'm seeing. All right, see on my forehead, it looks pretty good. We do need to work on our skincare. Around my eyes. It's looking pretty good. It is nice and glowy without being obnoxious. That's nice. It is clinging to the dryness around my mouth. Now, that could go away. Let's cross our fingers. All right, so I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to apply the rest of my face, and I will be back and I will let you know how that has applied. All right, let's go over the makeup really quickly. For my bronzer, I have the Fenty Suede Matchstick, or the Fenty Matchstick in Suede. These are all just Project Pan items. I have the ABH Stick Blush in Pink Dahlia. For my highlighter, I have the Lethal Cosmetics in Isotope. My powder is the Kosas Cloud Set in Feathery. We're going through these products nicely. For my brows, I have the AOA Studio Slim Brow in Dark Brown. My eyeliner is the Avon True Color Glimmer Stick in Blackest Night. I forgot to put on my mascara, but it is going to be the Wander Beauty Mile High Club. My lip is the Balm Meet Matte Hues in Charming. My setting spray is a mix between the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist and some of this One Size On Till Dawn setting spray. The makeup has applied beautifully. It looks nice. I kind of went with a toned down look today. I just running around. Oh, my eye look is the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. Just did a quick eye look. So, yeah, makeup looks good, and it's still a little bit dry on my upper lip, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. All right, so I will come back with a daylight shade check, and then I'll be back later on tonight to let you know how it has worn. I can speak. All right. Wish me luck on staying awake because I'm so tired. Anyways, I'll see you in a few. All right, so this is what we are looking at like in natural lighting. Doesn't seem to be a bad shade match. It's looking pretty good. I'm only noticing above my lip, if I look really, really close. And, of course, cat hair. I have marks from my sunglasses, but I've been in and out of sunglasses all day long because I've been running errands non-stop. But I'd say it's looking all right. So hopefully it'll stay looking all right, and then I don't have to worry about what I've been looking like in public. But anyways, yeah. So I will check back in later tonight and let you know how it has worn for the rest of the day. All right, it is 9:47, which makes this 12-ish hours of wear time. I would say that it looks pretty good. I mean, it's crawling around in the folds of my nostrils a little bit. You know, I've lost coverage like around my mouth and on my nose, but that's normal. It does look nice. It feels comfortable. It's not itchy or tight or anything. I probably would say that I would not buy this. Just because. Okay, so I have these lines on my face, and down here where the lines are, the motion lines in my face, it's like it's separated on those lines. There's nothing, it didn't crawl into the lines, it just separated, like there's nothing covering the lines. So it's like coverage, nothing, coverage. And so it looks a little funny. But I don't think anybody can see it unless they're 10x up in my face, kind of. Like, so there's that. But yeah, I have other foundations that don't do that, so I would choose those first. But to be fair, I was sweating earlier. Renee and I did our first day of 30 for 30 challenge. The plan is that she's going to come over every day and we are going to walk and hold each other accountable. And hopefully it helps to loosen us up for the hiking season. But anyways, let me zoom you in and you can see what I see. All right, it has not separated on my forehead. My blush, bronzer, and highlight seem to be intact. It doesn't look horrible, but these lines here, I don't know if you can see it. These lines here, there's no coverage in the line. There's coverage outside the line, but not in the line. So like, I don't know why it does that, but whatever. I mean, and if you don't have lines, then perfect for you, because you don't have to worry about that. I don't think anybody can see what I'm seeing. Like, if we're at conversational distance, you're not looking at my face so intently and so closely that you're going to notice those little things that I'm going to notice. But I notice. So I would say that it's not a bad foundation. I probably wouldn't wear it for 12 hours. But I'm not going to buy a full size because I've got better foundations. So there's that. All right. So stay tuned for the next Wear Test Samplefest, because what do we have? I know we have something. The Laura Mercier Flawless Foundation. So that is tomorrow's Wear Test. So stick around. Find out how that wears. All right, we are ready for our third installment of Samplefest for Wear Test Wednesday. And today we have the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Waterproof Foundation. Kind of like the idea of waterproof. Is it sweat proof though? Is it Tish proof? Because that's the real question. Alright, I have mine in the shade 2N1 Cashew Light with neutral undertones. This comes in 30 shades. It retails for $52 for 1 fluid ounce or 38 milliliters. A weightless foundation that blurs the line between makeup and skin with medium buildable coverage, waterproof wear, and up to 12 hours of fade-proof wear that is best for all skin types, even sensitive skin. Medium coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation, highlighted ingredients, high-resolution pigments, and 3D smooth priming powders for perfecting cake-free coverage and optimal color laydown with less product. Blurring bamboo silk powders and hydrolipid matrix to balance moisture and shine control to maintain skin's optimal state. And then we have camellia seed, vitamin E, and cacao extract, which is an antioxidant-rich formula, helps defend against damage by external stressors. Free of parabens, formaldehydes, formaldehyde-releasing agents, phthalates, mineral oil, retinol palmitate, oxybenzone, coal tar, hydroquinone, sulfates SLS and SLES, triclocarbon, triclosan, and contains less than 1% of synthetic fragrance. It is also vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and comes in recyclable packaging, which I don't have because I got a sample. Which I assume it's a recyclable packaging. I mean, reduce, reuse, recycle. I can reuse it for whatever I want. What else you need to know? This hydrating foundation delivers cake-free, color-true wear that blurs the look of imperfections, pores, and fine lines, while improving skin tone and texture immediately and over time. The formula is dermatologist-tested, non-comedogenic, and suitable for all skin types, even sensitive and mature skin. Based on a consumer test of 63 participants, 94% said it feels comfortable on the skin, 90% said it blends seamlessly into skin and stays comfortable throughout the day, and 87% said complexion looks healthier. Alright, so for this side of my face I have a pink beauty sponge that is dampened that says Jolly Rancher. And then for this side of my face I have the Referral BO2 brush. I have primed my face with the Milk Hydro Grip, which is part of my project pan. Alright, it feels very powdery going on. Let's see how we fare with the brush side. So far as I can tell, the shape match is great. We have great redness cancellation. And it feels like silk. Let's try the brush side. I almost grabbed the sponge. Seems I have pretty much the same coverage, but I do like the finish of the sponge. I feel like it kind of presses the makeup into the skin a little bit better. It does seem to settle down very quickly. I have inspected in the 10x mirror and it is looking pretty good. It's kind of just melted into my skin, but don't take my word for it. Let me zoom you in and you can see for yourself. Alright, so it is not crawling into any lines. It is sitting nicely on my skin. It's not caking up or any of that stuff, so I feel like we're doing pretty good so far. Alright, let me go off of here and I will put on the rest of my makeup and I will be back to let you know how it applied. Alright, so this is what we are looking like in daylight. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little bit patchy on my nose. I, of course, lost coverage right here. Here, where my sunglasses hit. Because, you know, I mean, I've been wearing them pretty much all day because I was out planting seeds. But I got seeds started, so I'm so excited. But yeah, I wouldn't say that it looks amazing. It is looking a bit cakey, even though I said it wasn't going to be cakey. So, there's that. Some of the judgy moms are going to be quiet. Shh. But yeah, I wouldn't say it looks great. But it is what it is. So, I will be back later on tonight to let you know how it has worn. But I don't foresee it being a great wear test. I'm just realizing that I'm pretty sure I forgot to come back and tell you about the makeup, so. But it did apply good. It was nice. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I'll be back later. Alright, so I realized that I forgot to talk about the makeup I had put on earlier. I totally skipped to straight to the natural lighting check-in. So, let's go over the makeup now. For my primer, I use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. For my bronzer, I use the Fenty Matchstick in Suede. For my blush, I use the ABH Stick Blush in Pink Dahlia. These are all things in my project pan, as you can tell. For my highlighter, I use the Lethal Cosmetics highlighter in Isotope. Got that from Janet. For my brows, I use the AOA Studio Slim Brow in Dark Brown. My eyeliner is the Avon True Color Glimmer Stick in Blackest Night. My mascara is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club. And my setting spray is the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. My powder is the Kosas Cloud Set in Feathery. As you can see, we're making quite a dent in that. The eye look was a live Palette Picker Tuesday, which you can go back on my channel and watch. They're usually around an hour long. So if you'd like to catch up and see about my eye look, go ahead and check it out. Alright, so as for the foundation, how it wore. So the makeup applied alright. It kind of felt like the bronzer and blush kind of wiped out the makeup a little bit. And the degradation of the foundation is very splotchy, like everywhere, and it's kind of bunched up and like splotchy. Let me zoom you in and you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, my forehead looks alright. It's when you get down to my cheeks and my nose. It is, let me see if I can get closer. Bunched up in my nostrils. It's splotchy on my nose and around my mouth. And it has not worn very nicely for much of the day. So for the Laura Mercier Flawless Finish Foundation, it's gonna be a no for me. I'm just not willing to put in the extra work for that price, you know? But I bet it'll work for Renee, because even if it doesn't, it's a sample and it was free, so hey, it's worth a try, right? That's what I say. If you are trying to find out if a high-end foundation is going to work for you, go get a sample from Sephora. It won't cost you anything, and you get to try it out and see how it works and what it works with, and see if that's something you actually want to purchase. And then you don't end up with a dud, you know. And don't take my word for what works for me, because what works for me may not work for you. We probably have different skin anyways. And my skin says no to this one. But it might say yes to yours. Anyways, that's probably confusing. And it probably didn't help very many people. But I am tired and I am rambly. And I planted all the plants today. I probably did it wrong, but I don't care, because I did it and it made me happy. So we shall see what grows. All right. Go ahead and like and comment and subscribe. All that good stuff is below. I hope every single one of you has an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Troubles on the mind, hands around your throat, out in open waters trying to stay afloat. Remember to fall.